Yo, what it do, family? High Value Basketball back once again with the best basketball commentary this side of the planet. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, dig. Man, Anthony Edwards out here showing his ever-loving FIBA basketball behind on these fools out here, man. He really is. However, we got to slow it down just a little bit. Shout out to Mr. Kendrick Perkins making his waves and with his influence in the media. Unfortunately, they gave this man a mic and he sure love to use it. I mean, if they gave me a mic and put me on TV too, I'd be tweeting all the time, no matter how nonsensical it is. But we already throwing labels on this man saying he's finna be the next face of the league. You got Steve Kerr saying, he's the man, all of this other stuff. And granted, I like what I see from Edwards out here in FIBA basketball. He definitely looks like he is getting more poised in his game just a little bit. He is taking the incremental steps. It does not seem like he's having any fallback kind of years. He's getting better, and you can tell he's actually in the gym and he's focused on playing ball. So definitely got to give it to him for sure. No shortchanging him on that. But y'all, the man ain't the face of the league just yet. He ain't that good. And I'm just making this point to say we got to chill on putting targets on these players back, because saying this man finna be the face of the league is just going to put more scrutiny on him. It just is. It's going to have folks actually putting more expectations on him, and then now they're going to start talking trash saying that, oh, he's not really a winner, or he's not really that guy, this, that, and the third. I've been watching him play, especially during FIBA here, and he is great. He's got the tenacity. He wants to take the big shot. He's not afraid of the moment at all. So those are superstar type things. However, the thing that's just not why I can't give him face of the league status yet is because I'm not really seeing the skill level at that caliber yet. He ain't Steph Curry in it out there with his shot. He's not LeBron in it out there with his game manipulation when he was at his height. Like he's not Dwayne Wading it out there with his flash, potential. He's in a weird way kind of meshing all of that stuff together. So he is, of course, his own player. It's not like we're gonna try to label him like somebody else. But just because he's a dynamic wing who could jump really high and shoot pretty good, that don't mean he finna be the next face, man. It's just not. I see what Kendrick Perkins is doing, whether it's intentional or not. I really don't think it's intentional, but with Kendrick Perkins throwing that out there and people starting to kind of rally behind it a little bit, we just got to keep it a buck, man. Kendrick Perkins has a little bit of bias. And again, it's not like some kind of super duper racial component. Let's not get our panties in that bit of a bunch. But he is biased for his own folk. And it just seems like he keeps running a certain kind of narrative to prevent folks like a Tim Duncan. Jeez. I always say Tim Duncan because it's like a Tim Duncan-esque kind of thing. But a Jokic and or a Giannis from being the face of the league. He just can't help himself. And he's hypnotized by wing players. Again, that's a part of the era that he came up with. I mean, I'm from that era. Like Jordan is my GOAT, essentially the GOAT. So I can understand why wanting to see a dynamic wing player be the face of the league, because they are the most exciting as far as just the eye test, them being able to, do the things that they can on the court, how they can dunk on folks, and, like if they have the ability to rise up to the moment, how they take the big shot. So I do understand trying to promote that. But I just don't see it with Anthony Edwards just yet. Not just yet. He's got to prove it. And that's the biggest point here. From when I was coming up watching basketball, dudes were not given superstar status until after they proved themselves to be so. Dudes were not getting a superstar label until they either, at minimum, went to the Eastern Conference Finals, a couple different times. The only exception to that rule was Michael Jordan. And it was an exception because, again, you have to be there. Or if people who can digest, the highlight reels, that don't show the context of like what was going on in those moments, he earned that status because, I mean, he literally was just shockingly better, shockingly more consistent, shockingly more refined than every single player in the whole entire league by leaps and bounds, which was some of the most ridiculous thing that we've ever seen before. So he got superstar status before being a champion or before being a Eastern Conference finalist. But generally speaking, back in those days, the bar was set high. You had to be playing deep into the summer, deep into the playoffs before they considered you a superstar, before you got your shoe contract, before you got these labels thrown on you, before you got these expectations. Of course, you know, they would, you know, big your name up and stuff like that, but they were not saying, oh, he finna be this or he finna be that. All of that started after Jordan retired, and we've been looking for the next Jordan and all of this stuff. And that's what happened, you know, with this whole LeBron thing and the narratives and why people don't like him so much, because everything as far as superstardom and face of the league status has been lowered ever since that 90s, 2000s era. It really has been lowered. The bar has been lowered. And so just remembering all of those things and seeing the state of basketball now and seeing how it affects players, and more importantly, our perception of players, I want to protect Edwards and say, yo, the man is not the man yet. Can he be that? Yeah, but he's got to win first. Let him rise to the occasion. Let him take that Timberwolves team that is not expected to win due to how the West is stacked, and he somehow overcome all of that and push his team to the Western Conference Finals. Let's see him beat the Lakers with him being the true leader. Let's see all the Suns, all the Warriors, any one of those other more established teams. Let's see him do that amongst his peers in the NBA and do it a couple more times, or at least one more. Let's see if he does it this coming season. If he does something like that this coming season, I will start to vouch for him taking that mantle. But until then, let's protect this man. Let's not put a target on his back saying he's already that guy. The dude is young. He's only going on his 4th year in the league, and he's got a long way to go to refine his game, to be honest. Is he up there? Oh, he's up there. But now it's time for him to execute it on his home court against the best players in the world, in the NBA, so we can really, 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 truly see if he is that guy. So we looking now, fam. But let's not push it too hard, y'all. Let's watch and enjoy. Let's not start to critique too harsh. High value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace, 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 peace.